Testing stuff out to showcase. Let's do this. Do this. This. So this file already has the bare minimum. I tested it out already. Nothing too crazy. But you're just gonna see. So I think I got, yeah, no, I had to have. Today I'll showcase some stuff regarding Happy the Hippo that I found a mixture of yesterday and today with my friend Jacob. Some of the newest stuff I found on my own. Some things I do not know how to replicate.
Hi, Happy.
I had this owl turn into something freaky. I have the minimum required amount of frogs to get to the secret area. I've unlocked the secret area, which I will show off how. It requires electrocuting some of these, as well as getting some of the other power-ups. So I'll also be showcasing some strategies and tricks that my friend Jacob, I wouldn't say discovered because he was using prior knowledge from older retro style games, but things like infinite swimming outside of swimming, not that difficult to set up. But if you go to this room in particular, after you do the selected steps or the requested steps, you can talk to this owl, ask questions. Who are you, David? I did get another dialogue thing. Why are you, David? It was something related to his name. It was like, are you David? Isn't this what my voice sounds like? So yeah, it's the latest thing. Don't have a clue on what to do for that. I'll be deleting the save file after to showcase some things. I just want to catalog this abomination unlocking because I do not know I don't know what it entails. So the easiest way I found to do it is to angle your camera upwards like this because the fireball trajectory goes where you're looking. Double jump onto the bush. Single jump, fireball, immediately double jump. And then do a leap like this. If you do it properly, you land here. You can do the lightning. You really only need like one, but it allows you to get outside and it lets you see these guys. What are they? They're abominations. You can see what they do. You can see they're freaky. They're very close to the outside here. I thought they might have been moving closer, but that doesn't seem to be the case. They're glitched versions of the Owl NPC models that are outside. And as far as I could tell, there's 3 of them? Yeah. There's this out. There's 1, 2, and then over here is 3. So the reason why I'm far away right now is because when you get too close, you get this. Very loud, I'm sorry. The game crashes. It says, crashing the game thread at your request. Let me see if I can showcase that. Properties. Yeah, monitor 1. Game is crash. Unreal Engine. Game is currently dead. Full crash all the way to the menu. I have to reopen the game. Now, what does that do? I have no idea personally. I haven't explored enough of it, but we will be back in the game shortly, so you can see. We turn around, go right back in here. We can see that they're no longer available. Cannot see them. They were just lurking outside of this. It's just a grass texture. So we do the same thing. Wow, man, I actually got way too much height. You run the risk of doing that. Yeah, you kind of surf the thing, or the invisible wall. So no more abominations. I'm assuming that's intended. I reached the end of the plane back here, I guess. No abominations over here. It's pretty neat. We click on the face 5 times. Maybe closer to 7. I just spam it, I'll be honest. Again, this is my 3rd save, actually. I did a 2nd one because that hard crash happened. I don't know how I got it to work initially, but at one point I saw this owl in particular look just like those abominations. So I've been checking every time since then, see if any of them are around. This is just a squirrel owl, urban legend, whatever. That statue resets every time, which is kind of annoying. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is go into the settings, delete my save file, starting from 0 again. We'll just do that, we'll do this, get a bunch of lives just in case. We unlocked bounce already because I don't want to bother going to that area and then coming back. When you use the cheat to get bounce, you can immediately open this last spot to route back and forth quickly, which nets you a frog. You need 15... You need 15 frogs to open up a gate to get some extra frogs in the cheat dev area. The cheat menu dev warps that are available. I specifically skipped going for all of these scarecrows just because I forget how to do them half the time. Like just going off of memory. But we want to get as many frogs as we can. Are you a bot? You are a bot. Funny. Thanks, Nightbot. So we can get a good majority of these frogs outside in other areas. I'm just going for some of the easiest ones. I'm not gonna get them all right this moment. Instead, I'm just gonna show how to get to probably the most important area to get the most important power-up. So, the Thunder Cloud lets you make 2 clouds. Whoop. You can stand on them, you can do charges, they get you crazy distance. And the easiest way I've found is to do a double jump bounce, land on this sort of area here, lets you stand there. When you can walk up, do a double jump over. And then I'm still workshopping what's the easiest way to do this, personally. But way I've found is something like we get up top there. Double jumps are easier than the ground pound. To adjust easier as well, you wanna uncurl in the air. Otherwise, you maintain way too much speed. Huh, I wonder if that's an easier way. Alright. This part's always tricky to me. Getting the angles is a little annoying. But there's a couple of different like spin dash setups I've had help with Jacob. I'm just not very consistent at getting as much height as he is. But it's... the main thing is to get up top here. And then you want to make sure you're not in a weird angle, double jump, dive over, just like that. And once you get there, full charge, jump over, you can stand on these trees, lets you walk straight over here, or rolling, just because it's quicker, personally. Find a dev texture area with a single grave and this squirrel. That squirrel has no name when you talk to it, but it opens the gate. Tells you take the swamp boat to go rescue the lost frog. There is no lost frog. This takes you to a dev area. After doing this like demo disc opening thing, which I like. Fun thing there, the stars like inverted. Don't know if that's supposed to be evil or not. Would be kind of funny. But in this dev area, you get a couple of extra frogs, and first one's right there. I think there's 3 or 4. You get that, you get some extra lives, you get some extra, like, walnuts or whatever. Nothing too crazy. The biggest thing that you get is at the very end of the course. Actually, if you angle the camera, you can see an area. That area has a frog in it, underneath the floor. Pretty neat. There's a frog up there, which is not too hard to get. All you need to do is abuse the mechanics that this game has, which is actually surprisingly in-depth. I mean, I wasn't expecting to be able to get out of bounds in so many places, especially when watching, like, Jacob stream it earlier. That's a pretty cool way to clip through and grab the frog. Actually, have not done that before. So we go up top. We grab this frog. And we touch the green circle behind us. That unlocks the second ability. Again, a neutral jump lets you do a standing cloud right underneath you. If you're moving with it, it gives you forward momentum. You can do a wall jump into a double jump into a cloud for some of the best height. If you're in a roll state and you cloud, you electrocute yourself, and it gives you horizontal momentum. So what we're gonna do here, spin dash over with a single cloud. Now we're in this dev area. Gotten a couple of frogs already. Was it 3 frogs? At a total of 5. You can hear a frog, but you can't grab it. Underneath the map. Very sneaky. Boom. Kill plane right underneath it. Now you can actually grab this frog by rolling right here. Hugging that side of the ramp will get you the frog. This is everything that we need for this area, so we can warp to the ruins. This guy just warps you back to the same spot. No real point. So we're at 6 frogs total. I don't remember if this area has frogs, but it has the 3rd upgrade that we have found, which is the fireball, which is how we get outside. Oh, now that's interesting. I gotta show that to Jacob later. You know what? Let's swerve off course quickly. Fireball momentum goes based off of your camera. If you save the second jump or during the fireball animation. Was that? Oh, that's probably just a dev text there. Yeah, 100 by 100, whatever. I love the retro sound effects. Forgot I don't need to do that. Just some fancy wall jumps. You know, we can also just pick cloud to save some of these. I think the camera was throwing off the angle. Alright, perfect. I think there's a frog over there. I can't recall. A fun thing too, the frog that you use for the UI here is obtainable. And it disables the frog in the UI until you restart the game. But I need to check this out quickly. Okay, 3rd. This is a perfect example of using the lightning clouds to generate stuff. Thanks, Happy. Right, this portal, I don't remember. I think this one may also send you to the thing. But we're gonna wait a second. Whoa. Oh, that actually just kills you. I didn't know that. That's hilarious. Oh, there's no kill plane. Well, that's interesting. Alright, I guess we just go back and get the fireball stuff. Or we could do this, I think? Just... no, you need to be in a regular swimming state. It's good to know. That's settings. You can cheat back to rooms quickly. Man, let's go through that portal, because I actually don't recall what it leads to. I am remembering correctly, it might lead to the same area that we were in prior to this, the dev area. That place is unfinished, but you can definitely head over there with some very fancy tricks. And by fancy, I mean you could just infinitely swim over there. Okay. What? I guess he hit the top part. Huh. There we go. Yeah, you do want a side-to-side camera angle. Nothing there. Right, no more wasting time. Oh, it also opens that up. That's good to know. Let me just check. Nothing behind here. Alright. So that's... okay. I remember one of the loading screens do that. It's fine. We're going to use cheats to go to Dev 3 now, though. Dev 3 has the easiest way to get a bunch of walnuts and extra frogs. To get the most... to get to the next area the quickest. So you do want to get double jump and cloud at the very least. I came in here with like 400 nuts and 6 frogs. Now I'm at 8 and 620. Been here for like 20 seconds. Let me just make sure. Go down here, there's a frog. Ran 9. There's a good bit. So if we get 15 frogs, which... Hi Happy, can you help us with some crap? Absolutely not. Okay. These two chained together. You can see the frog tunnel was there. This area, bunch of freaky models of Happy. And the normal, like a rather plain one in comparison. We're just gonna go ahead and break these boxes. Get as many nuts as we can. We don't really need the last upgrade or ability from the monkey. It's just nice to have. Yet another frog. And from what I remember, there's at least one more. Is this monkey? No, it's just a test monkey. Okay. So we use lightning here for a good reason. If you jump in, you can cancel it. Interesting. Gets us another frog. Oh, you know what? I could check that out. I'm very curious. No, it's not enough. So that puts us at 11. I think Dev 2 has one. Has at least one frog. And I think a gate. This might have the gate that leads to the other dev room. But I find that you can probably get a bunch of frogs before getting to the dev room to upgrade whatever you need. Or to get the frogs you need faster. We do this. We're at 12 frogs now. We need 13 more. I think this gets us to the dev room. It does. It actually brings us here. That's interesting. I don't remember it bringing us here. Huh. Alright, well, good to know. So canyon is this eerie area. Hey, happy, our watermelons got stolen. Can you get them back? I haven't explored it, but my friend Jacob did, and I remember there not being too many things. It just seemed to be a walnut area. Very eerie, very moody. Proto 2 is a pretty bare bones area, like a tutorial. Has a bunch of little objectives. Has a plane you can't move. I think this also gives you some upgrades. Where is it? Good job, you just unlocked Fireball. So this is another way to get Fireball. It's probably not worth it. You can't do anything here, you just die. Which is also kind of silly. Also has a unique asset in these little boxes of nuts. Gives you 10. But that's about it. Once we get 15, we'll be going back to Dev 3. I'm sure you can route it much quicker to do things. Get a couple of frogs while you're at it. Grab some. That way you can get 15 while in Dev 3 to get the other 2. But haven't bothered for that. I'm curious to see if anyone else, like what other people have found, if people have even been looking. I looked at the Steam discussions and saw someone did find the dev texture house and managed to get some other things. Mostly just like the cheat menu, dev texture house, And that was it. This opens up cannons, which is very nice. And you can actually see one of the lightning rods there. Okay. Oh, the cloud. It's fine. So we're gonna save the ability. I'm gonna save the last thing for swimming. For like the end, essentially. Here's a fun thing. There's a guy under here. He used a fireball we got from one of the dev areas. We can talk to him. Seems like dev text is hard to keep working on this sometimes. It's just that I work on this game pretty much every day. Even on days when I'm not, I'm at least thinking about working on it. It often feels like it'll never get finished. And even if it does, there's no guarantee anyone's actually going to play it anyway. Sounds silly, but I worry about that a lot. Well, hey, you're here at least. Also, if you're reading this, I either forgot to put in the actual dialogue, in which case tell me, or you're snooping through my PC, in which case stop doing that. This guy's portal doesn't actually work, as far as I've found. But that's neither here nor there. Secret sign. Make this look more like a farm and less like a random cliff with a barn slapped onto it. Oh, you can re-trigger it. I didn't know that. Cool.
My crops alone. I've got
I don't know
12
if those
or
are
so of them
intentional
robotic
or not.
scarecrows posted up around the swamp, but I
But
think those darn
it always
beavers
scares
turned
me
them
when it
all
does.
off. They should just need a little bit of magic to get up and running again. You think you could use that old...
No problem.
Oh!
There's a frog here. And the first of 4 lightning rods. The lightning rods are what you need to activate the secrets that lead to that abomination area at the start of the stream. You can still move while that's happening, so you want to be careful with that. Ground pound to get the switches. You're going to use lightning skip here to get on top of this. And boom. Secret frog. No real reason to collect any of these if you're just going for the secrets. We go in here, there's a mini game for a frog. You have to use the mouse to select these things for some reason. The controls are very floaty for this section in particular. There's a slowdown button with L2 that it makes it much more bearable. Gives you way more time to do things, like shoot the balloons. There's a gold balloon up there if you're trying to get the 100% in the area. And a bunch of little crates. It's very awkward to hit at times, so... There we go. There's 2 boxes right next to it. I wonder if you can actually get to that squirrel personally. but we get a frog for completing this, and it's pretty much right across the way from that frog, so I just go ahead and do it. Here's a bunch of other frogs. Makes it pretty easy. This should be it. Perfect. Here's a frog or something. Thanks. Now we're not done quite yet. We're going to... Where are you? I'm gonna save that one. Grab this frog. And I guess I'll start showing some of these funky things that you can do. With the lightning, we can stall here, go over here, and we go in this cannon. I know there's another cannon to lead to it, but this is probably the easiest, the quickest way to do it. Gets you a frog for opening this area. Bunch of nuts. And then there's an owl in here that I have no idea how to interact with. That's neither here nor there. This opens up a way to do certain things, but we don't need it personally. Here's the second lightning rod. Again, don't move because you can die like I did there. I was in the rolling state and I was killed for it. This guy tells you about the urban legend, which I'm not sure has to do with those abominations. I know a couple of things get brought up. Probably the easiest thing to skip here would be the speed run. I'm being honest, but probably not worth it. Yeah, you get all these buttons, it shows you don't really need to do any of that. Still wonder how I got that guy to turn into an abomination. That's the weirdest part. I managed to get him into that state. I used both clouds, thank goodness I didn't mess that up. This should be related to a secret. Frog that I wanna get. Yep, over here. And we switch to thunder. And we grab some more stuff. Alright, perfect. We're good. We need bounce. We need to get up here to get the third lightning rod. Oh. Ooh, I didn't know you could do that. I should have just done the spin jump there. Actually, if I remember correctly... Aw, man. You could definitely save that. I guess if you want this way to skip that. Good recovery by me too. Actually, I didn't get the third or the fourth ability. So maybe that's not the worst thing. Forgot to let go of the double, not use up the double jump. So this is what you need it for. Hit this button. Get another frog. Here we go, another thing. We electrocute you. Just keep getting glimpses to that area. Oh, so that's how you get to the cannon. Down here's another frog. And the last lightning rod is the very end of the area. Because we got the bridge open now, we can just roll over there. Nothing too crazy. Boom. Oh, did I miss the one at the beaver statue? Oh, I must have not grabbed it. Because I warped out. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, well, we'll go get that quickly. So we got the end, we got that right near the end, which leads to the cannon. We're at 20. And a bunch of these secret ones are pretty easy to get. Alright. Nope, we were missing the farm. So you see there's something in there with a square covering it. Sort of redacted. We can go there soon. We're just gonna grab the last frogs that we want to get. And I will showcase how to get a special frog as well. So if we go past this house, over to the scarecrow, we find this pool. If we roll in this pool, it's important to roll before exiting. You can just keep swimming off the edge, and now you're in the swimming state until you go back in water. Can't do anything like homing or abilities, but being able to free roam is a very big deal for a lot of reasons. Does things like let you get frog. So 21 frogs. we might as well go and get some of these other ones. Let's just check how many frogs are we missing. Scarecrows, hidden cannon, top of treehouse, time trial. Time trial's pretty easy once you have this, because you literally just fly through everything. You're supposed to get it from this platform. Homing attack these balloons. Speed demon Philip here. We can time trial. We just swim right through everything. Very quick, very easy. Don't even have to bother. Again, all credit for this swimming infinitely goes to Jacob for thinking that it could be possible and doing an easy setup for it. Right inside the house. Outside. None of this super necessary for actually getting the 100%. But, you know, just showcase in a quick-ish way, because you can utilize this to get a couple of the last frogs that we need for the speed run. Skips having to do any of these platforming. Although I'm sure realistically you can blitz through it. When I was doing the race organically, you know, sand swimming, I was able to keep like 35-40 seconds just off rip. That was without using the speed boosting ability. We'll show off where the last things are. Speed Demon Philip. Thank you. For whatever reason, he both pass and fail.
Yeah!
Not at all, really, no. Come back later. Okay, so the last couple of frogs are hidden in weird spots. Normally, you need some tricky platforming or clouds or hitting buttons to activate them, but we're just gonna skip all that. So, where are you? There is a spot. Is it up here? It's an area that you need ground pound for. And you need to hit all the buttons. Somewhere around here. We can also showcase this. This squirrel. Hope you didn't want to play this mini game, have to remake it because a certain someone wasn't happy with it, but a totally unexpected turn of events. So, we can actually get in there. And I'll show that shortly. Let's get this frog, actually, since he's right there. Let's see. Hidden cannon, activate the scarecrows. Oh, actually, I guess we got it. So the hidden cannon is over here. Oh, no, it's right here. So, boom. I found the most consistent way to get over here is using the thundercloud. But this should be the second to last one that you should organically be able to get in this level. Yeah, that's all the frogs up to Scarecrow activation. So if we go over here, it should be... Yeah, we can see this area. This area you can get to again with the spin dash into like double jump or clouds. Not too difficult. You can talk to this squirrel again. They're owl models, but they're called squirrels. Tells you, hey, Happy, see that big ass tree behind me? That's the goal. Climb up to the top and rescue the frog. Oh, wait, there's no way up yet. I guess I'll probably have to get around to programming that at some point. So, whatever, you can't do it. There's bugs with exclamation points. You don't need them. How many frogs are we at? 24. So, boom. 24 frogs. We now have the bare minimum amount of frogs to get to the secret spot that opens up. So that frog does not count for the map. You're not supposed to get it, but you can totally get it and it adds to the counter. And if you go back to the treetops, you can go over and get into the mini game that's locked behind that squirrel owl. But you can see over here, I used that scarecrow in the distance to guide me to it, since it's right around the corner. Boom. If you try to enter it normally, there's an invisible wall, but with the infinite float and swim, you can go under and behind. So you can actually skip the trigger for the sliding animation and just walk down normally. It's very janky. Whoa. I did not expect to get that much height. Is this camera based? Okay, well, I just did a fancy way of doing that. That's pretty cool. You just respawn there. There's no way to get back out. Whatever. And we'll go back to the beginning. So we can see what that redacted was. So if you catch a glimpse of it, it breaks the audio like that. It's very annoying. I hope that you can not have that happen in the future. Actually, I need to lower the audio. Let's just do flat 60 across the board. Yeah, it's very grating. So these things... Whoa, I didn't know those were actually objects. So what gets thrown into the world is right up there. You can see its weird black square. And if you do a fireball like that, you get a glimpse of it. It only cuts out the audio like that when it's on screen. It's fairly annoying. You can get a good look at it with some like proper positioning. It seems to have like a skull model or something warping very hard. Just trying to get a decent angle to see it. Oh, there we go. First person mode with triangle helps a lot here. Whatever's going on there, I don't know. I don't like it. You leave and a new blank has opened. And we'll see what that is in a sec. Oh, my fire ran out. Oh, wow. Well, I ended up under the map like this. That's an interesting development. So you get that you get that message. And what happens? This gate appears now. Requires 25 frogs to enter. It's right at the beginning of the game. You get this owl named Randy, and then you ask questions. There's not many questions he replies to. Who are you, David? It's like, what's your name? I haven't found much to this specifically. Now, the real development for me is going back in, and I'll showcase it again. I'm not going to activate the abominations. I've done it at the beginning of the stream. If you want to see that, just, whenever this comes out, or whenever the VOD goes up, just scroll back to the beginning, I guess. Yeah, so you go over, and now you can see the abominations are back. Like I said, there's 3 of them. There's that one, there's this one, and like around the way, there's this one. They're warped models of the owl. Haven't seen any over here. It doesn't extend out too far. But yeah, it's just the 3. No idea on any questions. And then you just travel back out. So something that happened when I was playing it earlier, and I'm not sure how. This was on a save that I was working towards getting those abominations. This guy freaked out into one, and I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if it's a random chance, I don't know if it's something that happened due to me getting the trigger on the previous save. I had not gotten the abominations yet on that save file. But as far as questions go, these are the steps and methods that my friend Jacob and I found to get this gate, to get that weird squirrel, to get 3 abilities, and to get more than the allotted frogs. And you talk to Mary over at the gate, gives you the speed boost. And also just to showcase, the squirrel is no longer there. You can already tell because the audio's not breaking. No more squirrel. Now there is like one other thing that I'm very curious of that I noticed. I will float over there. There's certain spots in which the audio gets funky as well. Sort of like when getting to that squirrel. I don't know if it's related to anything. I haven't checked personally. Alright, we set up here. Walk out. Back to Infinite Swim. So where are you? There's like a weird swamp area with a house that it makes a buzzing noise when you get close to it. I'm not. Is it over here? Yeah, you can hear it get louder. It sounds like something coming from inside. I haven't figured anything out on getting inside. Oh no, it's actually like, I don't know. This is a very loud, weird sound. And I'm not sure what happens when you unleash the abominations. They are 100% gone. When I check, I've done this about 3 times off stream before restarting to show off everything. But yeah, I don't know what that means. Uh, Hopefully, if this does pick up any steam, someone could figure out more things to it than what my friend Jacob and I have figured. And they're like several hours of trying out this demo. But yeah, that's basically it. I'll end the stream now. Just keep him here floating like a weirdo. Thanks for watching. Anyone who did. Very unique. Very interesting game. I like the movement system in it quite a bit. But we'll just see. I'll just host Pizza Tower Speedrunner. They're great. I watch them a bunch. Thanks for watching. And I'll probably upload this to YouTube and check out the Discord for it. Alright, peace.